first people to say Mwonzoras must go. MDC is number one at 0 per polling station since 2000. Mwonzoras, just think a polling station to get a 0. And someone insists to be leader of that political party. Something wrong. MDC yanga ina structures pa grassroots vaniti zvinhu zvakaitika nezvekuti vatsvangirai vafa after the death of the president, the incumbent Morgan Tsvangirai. Chamisai Menjiti said I was appointed by Morgan Tsvangirai and they formed the CCC. Saka vanhu veMDC vakatevera vachifunga kuti vari kutevera the MDC yaTsvangirai yasiiwa mumaoko aNelson Chamisa, only to realize it later that they are following a criminal. Nokuti since 2000 pataka former MDC hakuna kuva ne-election yakasupportwa opposition nesata. Vakanguva vachema kudzoka kweMDC yavo ende havachadi zvimazita zvose zvimana triple C zvinana UMDC. Vanhu vanoda the original MDC but with a new leader. Havadi Mwonzoras, havadi Chamisa.
I really came to just update you after a few calls from a number of you to say what's going on. And I said, please, let me come and update you. I didn't prepare any speech. I didn't prepare anything because today was supposed to be a great day when we were supposed to be addressed by our team. Okay. Today we were supposed to be addressed by a team leader whom we call the team leader of Jomik, called Mr. Chimanikere. He was supposed to tell you of the process that should take place. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to this place because there were challenges which were given by Mr. Mkoy, that there are security challenges at Harvest House. Mr. Mkoy has been controlling Harvest House, so we hope one day we'll be invited to Harvest House. However, the Harvest House is not a place of battle. Harvest House is a place where we are all housed as MDC and all members of MDC and the country at large when we talk of MDC matters. With what has happened after the judgment, we had two teams, one from Mr. Mwonzoras' team, one from the applicants' team led by me. They had an agreement which they are using to set off a process towards doing a Congress. This setup is going to have a steering committee. A steering committee which is comprised of, initially today, it will be announced soon once Mr. Chimanikere gets a chance, maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. He will announce a steering committee that's going to start the ball rolling. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm more worried about the Zimbabwean population. I'm more worried about all Zimbabweans who want to see MDC grow. I want them to realize that the efforts we are making are not a fight against Douglas Mwonzoras or a fight against any other opposition leader, but a fight to bring back what used to be MDC. What used to be MDC encompasses a lot of followers who started as early as 1999 and went through a lot of challenges, some going aside, some coming back, some even going to ZANU-PF. There are some members who have been dejected and sitting at home. But as we look today, there is not a single opposition movement or party that is strong enough to challenge ZANU-PF in 2028. So we are hoping that people understand the heed we call on all Zimbabweans to rejuvenate their party, which is MDC. We can change parties, we can go and form many names, but it won't make sense. And as of today, we are proud to announce that Mr. Mwonzoras fell again in a court attempt to try to remove Mr. Mkoi from Harvest House. Yesterday, the judgment came and his application was struck off the register. So we are saying Harvest House belongs to you journalists, Zimbabweans, and all MDC members. We want just to be a meeting place, not a battle place. And we want you to understand that no one is fighting to take over Harvest House for child's play, but for nation building as an opposition political party, which is likely to take over if we go back to our original strength that we had before Mr. Tsvangirai demise. These people who had come were only supposed to have 20 to 30 people to get into Harvest House, so that we have a proper press conference addressing all the areas which should be addressed very soon. The disruption that we got, we don't know how far it will hold us, but we are going ahead. We are going to make sure every Zimbabwean who is willing to be a member of the original MDC left by Morgan Tsvangirai comes to the table, and we form a steering committee. That steering committee will be on provinces. Each province will be represented by a number of people which have been agreed between what we consider our JOMIC, joint implementation, joint operation, joint operation and
Implementation committee.
Implementation committee. You remember the constitution we had when we did our unit government. There was something called JOMIC to oversee what is happening. We think that we do that to make sure that there is no overlaps. And this is led by Mr. Chimanikire. Mr. Chimanikire is a founder member of MDC, and he has got a team that will work with him, considered the negotiators. I think in long and short, that's where we are headed. But to you, journalists, I want to appeal to you to help us build this institution. We also want to ask Zimbabweans to help us rebuild this institution. We can have all the negative vibes we want, it won't build us. We want to invite everyone, including you, to be members, if you want to be, so that we go back to what we were. Maybe I will leave this to persons. If I have left something, you can assist me. This team here is composed of some who are negotiators, who are now in JOMIC, and some who are in the steering committee, but they were supposed to be introduced by someone else. It's not my duty today to do that. The team led by Chimanikire came from his standing committee, which was nullified. Chimanikire is the team of Douglas Mwonzoras' team that came to a team of applicants that won the case against Mwonzora to agree on a way forward. That is the way forward which I'm pronouncing halfway and to be fully pronounced by the JOMIC team. So the negotiations were already done. Unfortunately, Mr. Mwonzora didn't want to do it when he was not considered the president. But according to the judgment we have, no one has got a position anymore, because once you are nullified, you can't continue to be the leader of an organization. I thought I took you through the process that the press conference today was supposed to be addressed by Mr. Chimanikire, not me. Okay? I came to update you. When you found Mr. Mwonzora is no longer in charge of the party. We have got his people, and all members of MDC who want to rebuild MDC to go ahead. So that is the process we are talking about. And we want you to assist us to build that process. Mr. Mwonzora is no longer in charge. And as I told you, he had fought against Mr. Mkoi, who had gone there to say, I want everyone to come in. Unfortunately, if you went in last time, there's no water. The toilets are not working. There is no power. So when you go in, you need the minimum number of people. And we need that repaired. So it will take a bit of time, and it also needs the security people to make sure that nothing happens by somebody invading it and taking it over. We are not interested in just people collecting rentals. We need MDC to go back to its roots. So if you are keen to look for Mr. Mwonzoras, if you are keen to look for him, but you are keen to look for MDC members to strengthen their organization. If you don't know that, then I don't think we're in the same country. Morgan Committee has got his own party. He came with us, and we said you should denounce your party if you want to remain MDC. But he has got his own MDC. No, you tell me. I don't know. I know this one. You see, the opposition party is not there. We are trying to build one. If we don't build an opposition party and concentrate on Mnangagwa's mantra people where they are saying 2030, we are not going to fight anything. We remain talking about 2030. 2030 to me is a decoy. Those people are friends. They are agreeing in some way. And Mnangagwa himself has expressed that he is not going to 2030. He said he will persuade his colleagues not to be there. I thought you journalists should be pushing Mnangagwa to say, commit yourself, not to ask us. We don't want 2030. No one wants 2030. I don't think even Mnangagwa wants 2030 because he knows it's not easy to get to 2030. It will be a serious breach of the Constitution, and you know that. And today, already we have less than 2 years to go to 2028. So if to do all the processes that are needed and make the country happy, it's not so simple. But we are busy concentrating on 2030 instead of building the party. Let's concentrate on building a strong opposition so that whatever happens, when we talk about 2030, we talk with one voice. When we talk about 2028, not 2030, we talk about 2020. That is the constitutional position. If we talk about other sidelines, those are political party decisions which have nothing to do with us unless we put our house in order and become a strong opposition. We will not be able to defeat 2030. We will just be backing in the street.
Next question.
Like Douglas Mwonzoras, 2 months back, he said MDC is the only stable political party now in Zimbabwe. So does that mean that the MDC who was talking about is different from the one we are trying to make here?
My friend, you are concentrating on anything. I have long told you that you're going to ask Douglas. I'm not Douglas. I have told you that we are building MDC, the same MDC which Douglas belonged. He is the only stubborn character in the making of building MDC. Can you tell me yourself what he has to show for his 5 years as a president? Can you tell me? If you tell me, then we'll continue asking about Douglas. If you don't have anything to ask, then don't ask. You see, when the Conservatives removed their prime minister, he had just gone to dance and drink as a wrong behavior. Right now, he has been proven that he couldn't lead Congress. He failed to do a Congress. That means he failed as a leader. So don't concentrate on a failure. Concentrate on something that will come out of failure and we revive something that might work. And when we revive it, we should choose a leader. And MDC should be able to choose a capable leader with the likes of, who has the capacity of the likes of Morgan Tsvangirai, who can lead and put the people forward and make sure that we don't continue to suffer, and we talk as a team. We should build structures. There is no single party in Zimbabwe right now with structures. If you tell me which one do you know, which you have seen having a district meeting. If we don't do that, listen to me, my young man. I think you must know that we need that strong opposition so that
Okay, last question from me, Mr. Mudzuri. As it stands now, I wanted to find out from you, are you really confident that we'll be able to revive the party, maybe to go back as it was during the time of Mugen Changirai?
Confidence I have, but what I don't understand is people continue to ask if you can do it alone. No one can do it alone. It just needs, iwewe ukangofila kuti zvinobuda zvinobudisa. I just want you to have that feeling kuti asi zvinotaurwa nemudhara zvobuda uchaona zvichibuda, because it comes out of you. The moment you speak positive about it, people see positivity. You don't positivity is not born outside journalism, outside the media houses. Positivity is grown within media houses. Kuti no chinhu chinofamba zvimwe munombotraya zvichizofa hazvo, but it doesn't mean kuti unenge usina confidence. Confidence yekuti tinotobuda, because I can see that spirit is everywhere in the country. But tanga yamamboita unosvika papi takambozokonewa gore riya hapana mari, hapana chinototanga pasina, then you go. You cannot get a scholarship usina kumbopasa. Unotanga wapindawo muclass wotadza kuti uyu anogona vanhu otanga kusponsor. And we are also appealing to those Zimbabweans who feel that we can revive MDC to help us grow this thing. Help your colleague ari kumusha uko kuti kana chinda meeting awane transport and at a meeting. And we want this to be homegrown. This part will come from kana munhu ari kumatevele vanototanga kuita structure ikoko voti takuuya kumusangano kwedu taane structure kwakati taane structure, then we build it. And don't be worried about infiltration, it will always be there. We have to fight infiltration by managing the organization. Hakuna kusina infiltration. In any war kuna infiltration. In any difference kuna infiltration. So let's talk positive and let's grow positive, and then we see what happens.
Last question for you. Okay, so how do you think you can win confidence within the people of Zimbabwe, given that there have been a lot of conflicts within the MDC party? Let's check what happened to Nelson Chamisa, what is happening to Mwonzoras, and the others like the Morgan community. We are divided as MDC. Just check what is happening in Zambia. They are united. Now they are having their influence. How do you think the people of Zimbabwe can have confidence?
They can only have confidence kana wataura zviri positive. Kuti tiona sokuti zviri kuitwa naMudzuri zvogona kuti nevamwe vavo zvogona kutobudisa MDC yakanaka. Kana iwe ukaramba uri negative uchiti vamwe vakadai hapana chinofamba. The whole world has been having ups and downs. Today the conservatives they are lowest in UK, but they don't give up. An organization doesn't die because a leader is gone. And when leaders go and form another name, kuti usachinja kuti ukone kuvhakacha, taida kuti tisina kumbochinja zvakaitwa naNelson ndoita CCC, taida kuti takanyatsotaurira nayo. I remember ndichimudana kuti court judgment yayo we had it the same thing. Challenge there kuti I don't attack an opposition person, because if we think in the same manner we should end up together. But if you think selfishly, you won't get far. Chatinoneeda ndechokuita introspect and see kuti toenda ku confidence inongobva pakuti tawirirana tese kana kuti toita cho. Vana Obama vakabva from Norway, baba vakaenda kuvinya kudhara vakatofa, but he became a president. Confidence yomublack yakabva kuti. Can you tell me? This is where the confidence comes from me, because ini ndakanzi ndavatsvangirai batanidza vanhu ndoda kungoti vabatane vaite chinhu chavo one. And vakati hatifani kuuraya MDC. And I'm saying don't kill it by continuously asking kuti mune confidence here. Have the confidence yourself kuti asi chinhu chakambofamba chinogona kumuka. Mazita makuru anogona kungosumuka. Kana iwe usati waconvinced unototidzorera sure. Ndoda kuti kutobva pano chiti chinhu chofamba.
Okay.
Thank you. I know one member mese ndoziva kuti munobva paroma kutoti ngatifambe nechido ngatiende nacho ende muchaona kuti vanhu vese vanobvuma because the moment you go opposite all of you have run with different politicians and when you run with them vanondotobvuma nezvamunenge muchivataura ini ndiri kuti this is genuinely from my inner hearts of hearts. I strongly feel this is the time MDC is gonna wake up. Vanoda vanhu vanyuwani nevatsaru ngatimboitai tidzorere chungu chinobuda because the people know what MDC has been, and if we bring that spirit back yokuti ngatiite chunhuwani akushayiki vanoramba and you don't force people. Yakona kuti ninguripi hakuna munhu unoona MDC even this is ipo ivo vanongoenda mberi. Yakona ninguripi hakuna muridzi weMDC hakuna muridzi wezanu. These are people's projects. And when people see wrong, they must be able to say this is wrong. Kana tisina kuzviita izvo tinoramba tichitambura muZimbabwe toita setakasekwa naMwari. Asi Mwari unototipawo machances okuti mamwe mapenzi amaakuda kuisa mupamwe mamwe akanaka vagadzirisai. Zvese zviri kuitika izvi uchaona kuti zvinotibatsira mangwana. Tadzidza kuti kurovana hakubatsiri, kutukana hakubatsiri, ngatiitei chunhuwani. Asi mumwe munhu unongouya nomweya wekuti toda kudestroy nokuti pana Mudzuri handinomuona handidi pananenge handizvo zvatoda. But if I can't show something in the next 2 years kuti ndaitiwa leader ndachuzwa leader, then I don't grow the party. Chandenchitsvaga ipapo ndorambira po ndenchidii. I must resign kuti mumwe munhu take over. Handizvere zvedu kwete kugarira kutora rent re-institution rent remba yamakagara woti ndiri kurara chungu chinokura sei. Kana wabuda kumba mako waisa rent watorizana wautonogara une chimwe chitambo wogara kuboys kaimba kugara vanhu izvo unenge watorizana imba yako haisati chiyako yatova yerocha ndotokudza kuti iwe shamwari garai zvakanaka because anenge ari mena kuti iwe muridzi wacho uri kuboys kai watova muranda wake.
MDC yanga ine ma-structures aisvika ku-grassroots level, which I believe kuti ma-members of the still there and iyo the current formation iripo mungatitauriwo kuti mavapapi in terms of mobilization ku-grassroots level. Kuri kuZANU-PF vanotaura kuti kumasero vamwe vanoti kuma-districts dzimwe nhambo iyo iri kunzi 2030 pamwe anongomuka achitonzi next month ma-elections atoriko. So yanyaya yepreparedness
ndozvatakumbira kuti preparedness yedu ndoyanga ichimhanyisa vanhu kuti tiite press conference tidane vanhu variko 1 vari toda kuita mastructure. Vazhinji vaingoti dei mambo bvisata sure ndozvavanga vachimbotaura imi mbobvunzaiwo vanoti kana kuna dhakati. So handisi ndindomudzinga ini handina right yacho, asi vanenge vachimudzinga vanhu vari kuti munhu wati kosta musangano wedu. He has nothing to show for the 5 years and anga achapoenda vanhu. Saka iko zvino mastructure hatina, hakusisina toda kutovanga. That's why tatiri kufoma steering committee patatanga paya. Steering committee ndekutobata vanhu mumavillages toresuscitata kunoresusciteka kusingaresuscitateki hatikana uchivaka chinhu chakamboputswa. Pane zvitinda zvirishanda nezvimwe zvichanga chashanda toita rebuild nevanyuwani tiritovada vari kuda kutopinda nevanobva kana kuZANU vachida kutopinda muMDC tinovada, nevasina kumbopinda mupolitics tinovada, nevaridzi vechechi tinovada. Munhu wese anofunga kuti I have a part to play. Zvakangoita maformation eMDC. When we started the MDC we had nothing. I remember when we started taisiya vanhu 3 chiti iwe newe chuzai chairman secretary todzoka towana va5 todzoka towana kusvika yarokura party inobva mumalocals haibvi kuna leader. The leader unenge achikuvawo maybe temporary. If I'm dead tomorrow the party must build. Haifani kureka. ende kana ndikakonewa vanofanira kuti tibvapo ndofanira kusunduruka nondanzi this is what should happen, but democracy yetu tozonyanya kuzoisa semadzimambo kuti zita romwanhingi haripo. Hakuna zvakadero. Izvi zvamangadana zvedemocracy zvoda kuti vanhu vasarudze munhu wavo. Kana vasarudza munhu wavo, everyone smiles. Wakaona tsvangirai vanhu vakambotira kumubvisa because vanga vamuisa. They kept on protecting. You must float within the people who elect you. If you don't float above your followership, you're failed. Saka unofanira kuunderstand kuti takone asi ngatimbovaka. Ini ndinoda kuti dei vanhu vese vandirwisa kuti tibatane tiite chinhu one. Patinondobuda pa2028 honestly zano inorova pasi nokuchema kuri kuita vanhu kunoita vanhu vari kuchema kana musingacheme henyu makagara zvakanaka.
I can add something yataura vanhu vamudzuri zvipindura vabvunza mubvunzo wekuti MDC 2000 vati havo 2009 but I think he wanted to say 2008. MDC yanga ina mastructures pagrassroots vaniti zvinhu zvakaitika nezvekuti vasvangirai vafa after the death of the president the incumbent Morgan Tsvangirai. Chamisai Menjid said I was appointed by Morgan Tsvangirai and they formed the CCC. Saka vanhu veMDC vakatevera vachifunga kuti vari kutevera the MDC yaTsvangirai yasiiwa mumaoko aNelson Chamisa, only to realize it later that they are following a criminal. Nokuti since 2000 patakafoma MDC hakuna kubva neelection yakasupportwa opposition neSADC. You still remember the first election yakaitwa naChamisa akaisa ZANU-PF court ikascreeniwa live paTV nemi maitarira vamuri kudzimba dzino. Lukumala vakati tazviona kuti waprisona kuti wakabirwa chiti pama-V11 isu tisu taiva mapolling agents takatamupa ma-V11. Why did he refuse to bring them out? Tina maconstituency ataiziva kuti iyi yakahwiniwa takapa Chamisa ma-V11 asi wakaramba nawo koti ichida kuti kana avapa vowana proof yokuti wakabirwa. Ndo patakatanga kuziva kuti tiri kutevera a criminal, political criminal. Do you get me? Second point, ino election yapedzisira ndo yakauya SADC ichitenderana naye kuti wakabirwa. Vose makama chizi munozviziva. Sure kwokuti wapuwa mandate yokunzi wabirwa, vanhu mumisha vanga votouruka kuti we are going to restart the election supervised by SADC and African Union. Zvava papoint yokuti zvoda kuitika munhu angabva atonziomira kugadziwa tichimirira kuti zvigadziriswe. Chamisa withdrew from the CC. Sare SADC yamira kokoyoka haichina party na president. And you think vanhu vari mumisha umu havazviziva. Ndoda kuti ndikuudzei kuti vanhu vakangova vachema kudzoka kweMDC yavo ende havachadi zvimazita zvose zvimana triple C zvinana UMDC. Vanhu vanoda the original MDC but with a new leader. Havadi Mwonzoras, havadi Chamisa. Saka isu agenda yedu ndeyekuenda kucongress toshara a leader anodiwa navanhu. Hatirevi kuti isu tiri pano navamudzuri ava ndivo president. No, people will choose a president of their own. Wavashara ndeorana party tichitevera. Sure kwaizvizvo you will see the MDC growing. Thank you.
Yamungati dream of destruction ndikudzoka futi kupreparedness nekuti zvinogona kuzomurodza futi modzokera futi kune mamwe madoldrums zvekare inenge yangova cycleso yangova a political cycle ine madoldrums conflict then consensus triple C. So ipapapo tomboti madzoserwa chance mapiwa umwe mukana naJehovha wedenga. Pane here zvamunofunga kuti zvingabetseredze kuti musadzoserwe paya paya?
I can say zviripo, but we are not the right people to divulge that. Zvirimo mudocument yafanira kuverengwa nachimanikiri watakagadza seJomini kuti aite leader wedu. Saka if I can preempt that, ndenge ndatora basa romu. Asi kana mukazouya pavanouya tazoronga kuti taakuita ivo varipo, vachimanikiri will tell you. Zviripo ma-measures ose okuti tisaramba tichiitwa zvamareve aripo. They are written down, but not to be pronounced by me.
Pamwe majinalisi angada kuzivawo zita renyu?
My name is John Nyika, former the provincial chairman of Masvingo before Mwonzoras was his Congress was. We are the first people to say Mwonzoras must go. Hakuna MDC is number 1 at 0 per polling station since 2000. Mwonzoras, just think a polling station, get a 0. And someone insists to be leader of that political party. Something wrong.
It seems as if kuti patatanga the press conference, Mwonzoras has been the main focal. Seems as if like the focus is on pulling down Mwonzoras instead of my question now. What strategies you said you are so confident, that MDC will pull through. So I would love to know the strategies that you want to use in building MDC from grassroots.
First strategy, I'm recruiting you. Otherwise, I member you have one. Second strategy, we are inviting them. I would MDC is a strong organization. And I want to dispute you with the topic. Hatinambotaura pandataura pesa ndangotaura zvekupotikisa nokuti akakonomera zvikazodaira. So kana bati seems like kuita breakdown, ndatokudza kuti have nothing against Mwonzoras as an individual, but I've something against running a party for more than 5 years, which zvataurwa nawo chiwana mazero uchiramba uchiti ndiripo. You must also see kuti let people allow people to elect their leadership and also have structures. Hakusina ma-structures. The agreement yatinayo nevanhu vake ndekuti hakuna ma-structures. Ichaverengwa ndati hatisingoverenga. So I don't want to make this a discussion yema-individuals. Inini personally, I discuss ideas. I discuss development. Ma-strategy chavo okuti chiti haadaidzirwi papress. Strategy ndeyekuti we shall go to the people. And the people shall decide. Kana takonewa, we've done an attempt. Akana mvura yonaya, ukasairima usafunga kuti panomera. Takunorima isusu. Ukarima panomera, wozoshakura ndokuti uwane chikafu. Wonzi unedirisi, iwo chigone zvokushanda. Wonzi une mushonga. Hapana mushonga. Unongotaura nevanhu. And iwewe you are the first recruit. Totokuda membership.
Okay, say.
Kana waramba unozoziva kuti unoda kuti chinhu changu chife.
All right, it's okay. Thank you so much. Okay, sir. Tozotaura nditi. Exactly. That it is going to be tough for the president to pull through to 2030, probably because of the constitution. And thinking upon strategies, I really wanted to know that are you going to take that as a counterpart to the vulnerability of the ruling party up to the building of
If we allow them to do what they want, that is power. Power no abuse. But I have told you that constitutionally ukandevereka uchaona kuti pane sunset clause. That sunset clause munangagwa is a lawyer, he knows it. ende mandazi ari kutamba nemagemu achitaura togona kuzodai togoshandisa parliament tongekuitenda term yepresident yaita 7 years eza 10 iwewe sajournalist unofanira kutoti hazvifanira kuitika I want to recruit you kuti imi ndinofanira kutotaura muchiverenga constitution motowirirana kuti this is not good. Let's have an election 5 years dzakonekwa nechi. It takes a down person you can go as long as you want. You have to do malimits amawirirana just like that's his son. It's a norm, it's social norm. But you can say Nasa is Sunday, it's a Friday. You can still do that. So we must understand kuti kana tawirirana chiri pamutemo ngatichitirayi kuchitedza. Ndo mitemo ndo inonzi tikapa culture yekuti vanoita zvavanoda vachaita zvavanoda. But that kana musina kuti formidable opposition hapana zvamunotaura unongotaura uri one ende unenge uchingokura setreni ichidarika. So when you have formidable opposition you come up with decisions. Ivo vari kuita madecisions kupati isusu hatina chiri kuita decisions. Unongokura uri one zvobuda iwe semember yeparty toda kuti unyanye kutaura kuti this must stop.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sorry, title yenyu. Your title.
Engineer.
In the party.
I'm a former vice president, I'm a former organizing secretary, I'm an engineer by profession. Former mayor, my former senator, former minister of energy. I'm a former.
I think a person I want to
your preparedness as a party. Rather to the late leader, the founding.
Do you know what is happening? Because hakuna opposition. Ndoyatiri kuti ngatiite vamwe taitombotaura navo vanhu vanofunga kuti politics dzinocultivatwa from outside. Vanofunga kuti politics dzichavana uchasponsa from somewhere. Iwewo ukada kutosponsor panapa unongoita positive knowledge kuti iwewe chii chakaita kuti wokuudza wototibatsira totira kukorekta kuda zvinokorektika kuda unotsuka. But chatiri kuda isusu ndechekuti hatinei nemunhu afunga democratically to go to another church kana to another party. Ende isi totodana vakamboinda vacho vanenge vakatsamwiswa nezvimwe mwomusi unoti achiramwa utsamwa undofoma party. Aiwa kana wambozvifunga unobvumirwa wondoona kuti hakuna zviripo waiti kuseri kuri green hakuna chiripo unongodzoka kune vamwe. Kana zvisingaiti iwewe chiita chinhu chawakatanga uchifunga kuti chinoshanda wochirima kuti chibude chiite mafudzi. Iko zvino zvandiri kuudza ine zvokuti vakaenda vanoda kuinda vanongoinda asi situtori kuita manyu members sabhururu wangu vamwe wacho atatotipa vamwe totoita vakawanda. What we need is the new spirit yekuti opposition is not cultivated anyway. It is not cultivated by one man. It is cultivated by the nation. Kuti vamwana tikambotera uyu munhu tikambotera zvaanoita tomona kusvika. History inokuudza futi munhu wakamboita chii. Kuna munhu wamunongotera asina chaakamboita kana one day. Ukamutiita basa hana kumbotengesa kana mutakishop kana kumbodini kana kumboita journalist chawaita unenge achikovawo munhu imotikari unonorana nyika this country is very complicated. Yakasangana vanhu vakasiyana siyana. Hakuna musha usina muroyi hauzi muroyi akawanikwa anodzikirirwa unotaura navo zvakanaka. Vatisisa ndotaura neuyu ati kwai vakaindira vanoinda vachamboinda pane zvavakaona ende vamwe vanotekeka vanopuwa zvavanopuwa but we can't fight them. It's their democratic right. Iwe ukafunga kuti ndiri ukakati ita but unofanira kuziva kuti you also need a formidable opposition that is competent with policies to take over from the other country. Hazvikwatoti vakawanda munowanda musina zvokunoita maipuwa nyika yacho mafunga zvokuba maipuwa makutofunga vakugovana zvishoma zvasara vanachakuda